Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai.
It's another false fall for us for this first week of September, and even into next week, we will still stay below that 90-degree mark. Coming up, I'll have more details on the forecast. Now on News Channel 6 at 5, coming together for a local business, how the Evans community helps support a struggling restaurant.
Also, we had the latest on a water main break in Williston as city leaders work to fix everything.
And a new subdivision coming to Grovetown. We'll tell you where you can find dozens of new homes as your News at 5 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Brad Means.
And I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you for joining us. We want to begin by checking in with our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci.
Yeah, a day of celebration here. As you mentioned a moment ago, Jenna, some cooler temps.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So yesterday for Labor Day, we topped off in the mid-90s, an above average day. It is no longer the case today, though. And on top of that, we have beautiful sunshine here on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam. Great day to be out and about. Satellite and radar showing just a few high-level clouds passing by, but absolutely no rain anywhere close to us. We do have this stalled frontal boundary down in Florida. Notice all of the moisture with scattered showers and storms around the Gulf Coast and over out in Texas. We'll be watching that for potential impacts later on this week. But in the meantime, we have high pressure overhead. That is bringing in this northeast wind, and in return, it is cooler today. Definitely still a warm one, though, and when you're under all of that sunshine, it is still feeling a little bit hot at times, but not bad at all for the first few days of September. We're sitting at 86 in Augusta, 84 in Allendale, Aiken at 83, 85 in Swainsboro, 86 in Gibson, and 84 in Edgefield. So a few degrees cooler today compared to yesterday, and on top of that, the relative humidity is around 30 to 40%. You can see here it's also been a breezy day. Those sustained winds are going up to 13 miles per hour in Aiken and Augusta, 11 in Edgefield and Saluda, and the winds are gusting up to around 15 to 20 miles per hour. So still a breezy night for us. It'll be breezy again tomorrow, mostly clear skies during your evening hours, going down into those mid to upper 70s. Now coming up, I'll have a look at the forecast over the next 10 days to come, so stay with us, but back to you. Jenna, one local business has been facing tough times with fewer customers coming through the door. Bria Smith spoke with the restaurant owners. She joins us now with more. That's right, Jenny. Well, one moment, Rally Point Grill owners say they were struggling with customer flow, but a post to social media created an influx of supporters. This all-American restaurant takes community to a different level.
Military or rally point, it's a common phrase meaning a place where people gather. In the Army, it might mean where your unit comes together during a mission.
Bringing a whole new meaning to service.
My wife and I are both veterans. My son's now in the military. He's a CB in the Navy. But we love the veteran community. Our philosophy is that just taking off the uniform doesn't mean you stop serving, and we're trying to do good things for the community.
But this past month was particularly hard for Kelly O'Neill and his wife.
August for us was kind of a slumping sales. I think a lot of people going on vacation for their last minute vacation before school started, and then everybody with their back to school expenses. We just saw sales really slumping for the month.
O'Neill tells me after a social media post, the community showed an outpouring of support, taking sales through the roof.
Note went out on our social media on Wednesday night, and Thursday we had a huge, unexpected uptick in sales, and that continued through the whole weekend.
Exactly.
That was so huge, in fact, that by Sunday night we were looking to close early because we were just running out of food.
And you can visit the restaurant during business hours. That's Tuesday through Sunday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And Monday, the business is closed. Jenny? All right, thanks so much, Bria. The Richmond County Coroner's Office is investigating a death related to a shooting in early August. 73-year-old Larry Drayton was shot August 9th on Gay Drive.
Drayton was taken to Wellstar MCG, then transferred to Pruitt Healthcare for his injuries. Drayton died from those injuries August 26th.
A major road in Augusta is going to be closed for construction. It's at the south end of Doug Bernard Parkway, and the closure is going to last until September 22nd. Detours are going to be on Tobacco Road. This project might impact your drive time to the airport, so be sure to be aware of that as you come and go.
A breakthrough when it comes to the credit card controversy in the Augusta Mayor's office. Commissioners of
Grovetown is growing again with a new housing development popping up in the city. It's the Ferguson Farm subdivision on Old Berzelia Road off Harlem Grovetown Road. People who live nearby say they understand the growth and why this housing is needed, but they're worried about traffic and how the infrastructure can keep up.
We do what we can to alleviate those concerns. As I said, efficient, proper planning in advance is the most important thing, and our Planning and Community Development Department truly does a fantastic job of managing that growth and making sure that it's sustainable for the 18,000 citizens that we have here.
There's going to be a ribbon cutting for the 100-unit subdivision September 18th at 11:30 in the morning.
Lawmakers talking about the connection between affordable housing and more jobs for Georgia. There is a shortage of those homes. The National Association of Realtors says it's a combination of low inventory, high construction costs, and high interest rates.
People were having a little bit more difficulty selling the product, and people were, holding off and waiting for a dip in the interest rates before they started their home search. Now that we have a little bit of a softening of the market or a softening of the interest rates, we are seeing some more activity pick up.
Last year, the Georgia Department of Community Affairs introduced a program to help with housing subsidies. Coverage you can count on continues now with an update on a story we've been following for you. If you live in Williston, you no longer have to boil your water.
Yeah, so what are city leaders doing to make sure this problem doesn't pop up again? Here's Aiken Bureau Chief Sean Cabbage talk.
And I looked at my graphics on my phone through Mission, and all the water out of the tank that served us on Harford Street right across from us, it was dry. And I knew then we had a problem.
Williston recently faced a serious water crisis when their main well failed. They switched to a backup that was unstable, causing several main breaks.
So, they're working off 70 years old, and, things in the ground and Mother Nature after 70 years, it's time to replace pipe.
Now crews are removing a submersible pump from the main well. It was replaced 17 months ago, but now it's malfunctioning. They need to go down 250 feet, unscrew each section, heat the seal to break it, and keep going until they reach the motor.
They'll pull it. It'll take them a day and a half to pull it. Then they'll put it back in the ground. Then they'll test it, and we should be, by Thursday afternoon, I should be back up to normal with this well running.
The South Carolina Department of Health is investigating the pressure lines. They are conducting tests to gather data.
And because it could be something in the pressure lines that we might need to fix. So we're going to put out pressure testers on 3 hydrants, and we're going to monitor it for 7 days.
The town received $8 million in grants to upgrade the infrastructure. They're teaming up with engineers to upgrade it, add a new filtration system, and connect the water towers.
The water lines will have the same size water pipe going from tower to tower to tower. It'll be a loop system. It will help disperse water evenly, so when you do have the well problems and you do have to go to a backup well, you don't have as much as the hammering going out to your service lines and to your water mains.
The current phase, including tying into the water towers, should be completed by early 2027. In Williston, I'm Aiken Bureau Chief Sean Cabbage, WJBF News Channel 6.
Coming up, calls for a ceasefire in Gaza.
Cool down is here, and it's here to stay, at least through next week. We will stay below that 90-degree mark. Now, over the next couple of days, it will be mostly cloudy and breezy, and then rain returns Friday and Saturday. All of next week looks fantastic. More details coming up. Where am I supposed to go ahead? Apple picking season is almost here.
Why farmers say you should always go local whenever you can.
Weather headlines on WJBF News Channel 6. Brought to you by Hickson Roofing. If your roof needs fixing, call Mr. Hickson.
At Honda Cars,
Made on MeTV. Now, your most accurate accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. Here's a look on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over at the Amentum Center in Aiken. Just some high-level wispy clouds out there. Absolutely no rain. Overall, good amount of sunshine today on top of those cooler temperatures and lower humidity. 86, only feeling like 84. How about that for a heat index? It is breezy as well. You may have noticed that if you've been out and about. The winds are at 13 miles per hour, gusts up to around 20, and the humidity only around 30 to 40%. We're seeing low to mid 80s across the board here. 85 in Sparta, 83 in Washington. Saluda only at 82 degrees, 84 in Barnwell. Warmest spot is down in Sylvania at 87. Now, as for the satellite and radar, we're really not seeing much going on. We have mostly clear skies with just a few of those clouds like I mentioned. Looks like my clicker died here, so bear with me a second as I switch that out. I'm going to go over to satellite and radar now and show you where we see some of the clouds. You can see we have that stalled frontal boundary down to the south of us, and that's where we have scattered showers and storms in Florida, and also another area of rain all the way out in the west in Texas. For us, we have high pressure overhead that is going to keep us dry and continuing to bring in the cooler and drier air. So stalled frontal boundary stays to the south, high pressure overhead, and that will be bringing us some clouds though. So mostly cloudy skies expected for your Wednesday. Temperature is only topping off at around 82 to 84 degrees. Now, this is a second false fall. It doesn't mean it will stay this way. Notice on average, the last 90-degree day of the season doesn't happen until September 26th. Now, is it possible that we may not have a 90-degree day again? Yes, it is, because the earliest was all the way back in August, on August 26th. So over the next 7 days at least, we will be staying below that 90-degree mark, all the way down to 82 Thursday and Friday. Next week, consistent temperatures as well, topping off in those mid-80s. Low temperatures also going down a bit. Tomorrow will be a bit cool, 62. Back up to 66 Thursday through Saturday, and then 62 again as we go into next week. Not a whole lot of rain, but we will have some higher chances, especially on Friday and the first half of Saturday. Notice on our feature cast here, we do have mostly clear conditions tonight. Breezy again tomorrow with the clouds taking over. Possibly a couple sprinkles here and there for your Wednesday and Thursday, but for the most part staying dry. That front all the way down to the south of us. Now, late Thursday night into Friday is when we could see more rain. We have all this tropical moisture coming in, along with a secondary cold front, and that will bring reinforcing cooler and drier air Saturday night into next week. When it comes to the tropics, we do have 3 areas that we're watching, but overall pretty limited activity considering we are getting close to the peak of hurricane season. Very, very low chances of development with all of those disturbances. Lows tonight will be in the low 60s, and our highs tomorrow will be in the low to mid 80s. That 10-day forecast showing that fall-like weather continuing into next week, and on top of that, lower humidity next week and plenty of sunshine to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely look forward to that.
All right, thank you so much, Jenna. Well, you know, around here we love peach season, but apple season is now getting ramped up in North Carolina. Farmers say they're expecting a great harvest this year, even with damage to the crop from storms and freezing temps. Apple harvest season runs through November. Growers say there are health benefits to eating local.
When they come out here, they do get a local apple. That's a plus. It's not been shipped in or maybe picked several months ago. Some of the apples you'll get in the grocery store have been on CA storage or controlled atmosphere storage, and some of those, unless it says new crop, they may be a year old.
Farmers say finding fruits and vegetables in your area is best because those products are loaded with antioxidants and nutrients.
Up next, having a roller coaster right in your backyard.
How one Texas family made their dream a reality.
My father told me a story.
Do you have what it takes to be a border ball cheerleader? We're looking for the area's best high school seniors. Tryouts for Team Georgia will be held on Sunday, September 15th. Register now at WJBF.com/cheer.
Welcome back, everybody. A father and son in Texas getting big attention now for their homemade roller coaster.
Danny New spoke to them about their big project.
What'd you do over the summer? Oh, I went to baseball camp. What about you, Felipe and Evelyn? Oh, well, we built a small amusement park with our dad.
I asked my kid if you want to build a little truck, wood truck together so we can be more outside.
And then I said, Can we just build a roller coaster instead?
A few months ago, Fabio here took on the task that many parents attempt at the beginning of summer, making sure his 8-year-old twins don't spend their break on the couch.
Good job.
But why didn't he say no when Felipe wanted to build a roller coaster in the front yard of their North Texas home?
To show them that everything's possible and can be done.
Now, thankfully, other super parents around the country have proven this can be done. A little while ago, we introduced you to Scott in Colorado, a pilot who built a roller coaster in his backyard for his then 3-year-old son, West.
I just like to have it go fast.
You like that to go fast? Mission accomplished, and with a nifty DIY approach.
This is 2 planters glued on top of each other. This part here that he sits in is, they use it for home brewing. I think it's just like a brewing barrel.
For Fabio, Felipe, Evelyn, and their older sister, Emily, after a little over a month, their personal roller coaster was ready to go fast as well.
When they get old, they won't remember that. They will not remember other things, but they will remember that.
But Felipe says he'll remember one more thing about this summer project.
That my dad loves me a lot.
Fabio says as long as the town and his neighbors are cool, that he plans to just keep the coaster up for a little while longer before eventually taking it down. I mean, roller coasters can't be great for the grass in the front yard, right? In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
Well, that is it for us for this half hour. Be sure to keep it here for News Channel 6 at 5:30.
Still ahead, the University of South Carolina's band is getting ready for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We'll let you know how practice is going. Coverage you can count on continues.
Are you suffering from sinus issues?